Hello, uh, oh man, I actually don't have an intro for this one. Hello, shoot, anime fans, or I don't know, something. Fans of, fighting series. Either one, welcome to the King's Courts. Now, okay. This is a little bit different from our, normal content. Now, here on the channel, for the record, if you're a new viewer, hi, thanks for clicking on the video. Appreciate the view. And and if you're a returning viewer, thanks for clicking on this video. Anyways, here on the channel we usually talk about the gaming sides of series that we enjoy. We talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. We do the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. We do the Pokemon video game, Digimon card game, stuff like that. And I've talked about Dragon Ball Z a good amount of times here on the channel, which I actually want to do some more Dragon Ball Z videos. If you want to see more videos of like that, let me know in the comments and like and subscribe so I know there's more interest. But this isn't exactly totally different since like again we've done videos on that, and I got some other videos planned out for later that are not totally different, but like in the same realm. But basically, me and Chilmer Michael both just saw the new Baki Hanma versus Kengan Ashura special on Netflix, and I want to talk about it because I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty good. Really quick. Shoot, if you really want, you can turn the video off right here. It was good, man. But I want to go a little bit deeper in that to talk about it because, in all honesty, I don't really got a bigger reason. It was good, and I just want to talk about it as a fan of both series, to be perfectly honest. So, if you want to see any more videos like this, where, obviously Netflix is very strict with that sort of thing, so I won't, like, react to it, obviously. And I'm not really a big reaction kind of guy. It's not really my thing. But, if you're interested in hearing any more, like, little, anime reviews, stuff like this, or just reviews of stuff like in general, but if you want to see any more like this, shoot, I'd love to do some more videos like this. This is actually really fun. This is actually pretty interesting subject to talk about because, like I said, I'm a fan of both series, and shoot, I even got Shilmer Michael into both of these because, little bit of thing about the backstory. Now, if you've ever seen our videos involving, for the record, let me get this out of the way. If you want to see more videos like this, where I just basically, man, I don't really want to call it review because review is like, you think like that guy from Ratatouille or something. You see stuff like that. But, in a little bit, if you want to like give my thoughts and quick reactions on certain things, whether it be anime, movies, stuff like that, let me know in the comments. Because I'm not going to lie, doing these kind of videos are kind of fun, honestly. I love to give my opinion on things and just to share my thoughts with other people too. And I love to read everyone else's comments. We try to read and reply to every single one we get. So if you have any thoughts, if you've seen this special, and if you're a fan of both series, what'd you think of it? I thought honestly it was pretty good. So let me know in the comments. Love to read it, and like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so I know that there's more interest. Sorry if I repeat myself. Bad habit. Working on that, but so, like I was saying, really quickly, I'm a big fan of both series. Like I said, I've actually been following I don't know what you call it, the Baki series since, man, I don't even know how long. I think I was, now, if you watched the channel before, it's no secret I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z nerd. I'm not afraid to hide that whatsoever. Big fan. Probably, it might still be my favorite anime franchise. Like, the franchise I like to go back and watch. You know what I mean? But like when I'm feeling like, especially recently with the passing of the king, the god of manga, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. Ever since his passing, I've been just going back and checking out some other, checking on DBZ again, and obviously with Sparking Zero, I'm super hyped for that. So I've been a fan of that for a long time. And back in the day, there were used to be these orange collector boxes, and they would have like Funimation did those, so they would have like these trailers and like commercials for certain anime series. And I've been following Baki ever since that old school commercials on one of those DVD sets. And it had like the craziest, like, if you've seen I've seen, like I said, I've read and both watched both versions. Like, I'm not totally caught up. Like, the last time I read like I don't know if this is like the most current, but the most recent part of the Baki manga that I read is where Jack is like he had dinner with Yujiro. So that's like the most I'm caught up. If I'm behind, I gotta catch up. I'll get to that soon. But anyways, the point is, I've been following the series since maybe a senior since I was maybe a senior in high school, maybe. Sure, I've been a little bit older. I don't remember. I've been a fan for a long time though. So, and I've been following the Kengan series. It's weird. The Kengan series, I guess you could call it, or I actually got into because of my younger brother. Now, really quick, I have a little backstory. I have me and Shelmer and Michael, we're brothers too, but we have like a younger brother, another brother, and he's in the military, but he's a big anime nerd, just like us, loves video games, stuff like that. So, love the guy, love my brother, and he's really big into shonen series. Like that's just his favorite kind. He actually got me into the Kengan series, like since a couple of years back when the first season premiered on came out on Netflix. So I was like, man, 4 years ago, give or take. I'd have to look it up, but yeah, I've been following both, and I remember a long time ago, actually, when the first image of this. Now I don't even think it was a hint that this was really going to happen. I remember a couple years back, it was just like I'll put a picture of it right here. It was just the two obviously flagship series main characters, Baki Hanma and Oma Tokita, basically just mad dog. Well, almost mad dogging, like staring down Baki, and Baki's just like, what? What's this like? He's like, what's this dude want? So, I remember that image going around, and for a long time, I thought it was just artwork. You know what I mean? I never once thought it would ever actually be a real thing, but now, years later, they actually did it, and so basically I just want to get my 2 cents on it. So like I said, I've been following both series, and it's really cool seeing such two really honestly just adrenaline pumping high octane fighting series is basically crossover, because in all honesty you don't see a lot of crossovers like this anymore. Like the last really huge crossover in anime and manga I can think of, at least off the top of my but there's probably been others, but the most craziest one I can remember is probably the Goku, the Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Toriko crossover. If you ever seen that, I'll put an image. So that was although that was years ago, so there hasn't really been a lot of those, honestly. Oh, well, obviously in the Isekai Quartet series, but that wasn't a special. That was a whole side series thing. I don't really know what you call it, but if you've ever seen Isekai Quartet, funny series, not gonna lie. Especially if you're a fan of Konosuba's comedy style. I am, so that shit was funny. But basically though, this special came out not too long, about honestly a couple hours ago. I was recording this video. I'm doing this video kind of late. I'm doing a immediate reaction to this because honestly it was really good, and I wanted to talk. I'm going in circles again, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about this because I feel like there wasn't as much hype around this as much as when that image first came out, or it could just be a me thing. I'm not seeing as many people talk about it, so I wanted to talk about this, go over what I think were the best parts of it, and there were a couple lows, because I'm not gonna lie, real talk, I'll go over that later. So really quickly, the best parts. It's really, I think, my favorite part of the whole thing. As a whole, this is good. Would totally recommend, if you haven't seen this yet, especially if you're a fan of these series, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Because if you're a fan of comedic scenes, there was a lot of funny moments in this, and the fights aren't going to disappoint either. So I won't go into spoilers, obviously, because there's always going to be somebody, if I go into, the winners, losers, and go too exact, obviously there'll be somebody who hasn't seen it yet, which then I'd be wondering, okay, but, so yeah, there were 3 fights in the series, and I won't go over that, but if you've seen enough shonen series, especially these kind of battle tournament style ones, you pretty much could probably figure out right away what's going to happen. So I won't go over that, but I will go over the fact that you had three fights, and the first one, not gonna lie, was pretty good. The second one is honestly, now I'm not really gonna say like either one was better than the other, but I feel like some parts of other fights were more enjoyable than others. Personally. But the big one, I'm mostly gonna talk about the big one because that's the one everyone wants to see: the boy Baki versus the boy Oma. So it was actually really crazy because during the fight they even go over the fact that the two got a lot in common, because if you follow the series, both these two characters have been training their entire lives in their respective styles. Almost always used what's called the Nico style, which is like a mixture of multiple different styles, but primarily he's able to control the flow of energy and multiple other things. And Baki's always been kind of like a jack of all trades. He's used karate. He's shown to be skilled in multiple different styles. And one of the most strongest things that he can do is he's able to replicate attacks. Like, he's not replicate, but he's able to like learn things immediately. Kind of like what's a good example? Kind of like how I guess you could say in a little bit, kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, how Goku's learns multiple different different attacks throughout the series. How he learns Kamehameha from Roshi, then he learns the instant transmission, obviously, and then he learns Kaioken from King Kai. He learns the solar flare from watching Tien use it. So that's always been something Baki's always been really good at, because you see him use that in the fight. And honestly, that was probably one of the coolest things. One of the coolest things is how now Baki probably, honestly, I don't think I would argue he's got the power advantage and the speed, but Oma has a lot more different skill because Baki's never seen the Nico style. But it seems like they both really just counter each other in a perfect way. And that, I think, was like one of the most coolest parts of the fight. But the best part had to be when the king himself, Yujiro, enters the fight. And if you're familiar with the series, you know Yujiro does not give a damn at all. If he sees something he wants, he'll take it. And in this case, it's a fight. So when he enters, you just cannot stop smiling as soon as that man is on screen. Like, am I the only one who feels that way? Whenever Yujiro is on screen, it's just going to be entertaining. So that was honestly probably one of the top things. Seeing Yujiro and the idea of, can Oma really compete against Yujiro? And then the craziest thing, you have basically the spear, the Devil Lance from Kengan Ashura. I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry, but I just call him most people, the Devil Lance. He comes in, and you're thinking, oh man, this dude. Because I won't go into spoilers like I said, but if you've read Kengan Ashura's manga to where past the anime is, this dude is no joke. So hell, you can just watch the anime on Netflix, and you already know he's no joke. But in the manga, you'll see just how crazy this dude is. So the idea of these two possibly fighting, and that was probably the most interesting thing at the end, because they're definitely hinting at a part 2. I would not be shocked if we see in a couple of weeks, or shoot, maybe even sooner, this month or something, that they're confirming a part 2. So that's something to look forward to. I would not be surprised because the ending really just keeps it open, and that's pretty much the main strengths of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's really not a lot of bad besides this. This is just an entertaining thing. Realistic, it doesn't do anything different, and to be perfectly honest with you, it's not really mandatory watching if you want to keep up with both series. If you want to keep up with the series, neither of them are really gonna probably play into each series, because this isn't actually Kengan Ashura's first rodeo when it comes to crossovers. It's actually had crossovers with Street Fighter. Crazy enough, I'm not gonna lie. It's had literal, actual Street Fighter characters in the Kengan Ashura universe, and that reminds me of another thing. If you're also familiar with the Kengan Ashura series, It's officially taking place in the same universe as another anime. It's got a long ass name, but it's called like I think in English it's called How Heavy Are the Weights You Lift. It came out like a couple of years ago, and it's basically just it goes over like fitness and and because like from what the creator wanted to like try to get people to want to work like view readers to like work out more. So it's like a health series, but it's also like a bit questionable. It can get kind of zesty. I'm not gonna lie. So it takes place in that same universe as well, so it's kind of hilarious thinking that in one universe there's literally billions of dollars being put on the line in these death matches, and in the same universe you just got some girls in high school lifting weights. I don't know, that's kind of funny, but that's just basically all I wanted to say. This is actually a good watch, and I would, like I said at the beginning, totally would recommend, and I really hope they're going to do some more series like this. And that's pretty much all my thoughts on it. No negatives, really. This is honestly, like I said, if you're a fan of the series, you will not be disappointed. It was a lot of fun. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. If you got any other recommendations you want to hear us talk about here on the channel, Chandler Michaels is a big Gundam fan. You want to hear him talk about any Gundam stuff, and you got any other recommendations? Because honestly, this is a lot of fun. We might do some more of these. So that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so we know there's some more interest. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.